Set in 1981 at Syracuse University, Lucky, 1999, is a memoir by American author Alice Sebold that recounts the harrowing experience of her brutal sexual assault and the emotional and psychological aftermath. Sebold explains her motivation for writing the book. One of the reasons why I wrote it is because tons of people have had similar stories, not exactly the same but similar, and I want the word rape to be used easily in conversation. My desire would be that somehow my writing would take a little bit of the taboo or the weirdness of using that word away. No one work is going to accomplish the years of work that need to be done, but it can help. In the early morning of May 8, 1981, Sebold, then a freshman at Syracuse, is attacked while walking through a park near campus. Her assailant warns her not to scream or he'll kill her. She screams anyway. He brandishes a knife, seizes her by the hair, and throws her to the ground. Sebold briefly loses consciousness when her head strikes the ground, but awakens in the midst of the assault, terrified and convinced she will not survive. During the ordeal, she repeatedly tells her attacker that she is a virgin, hoping it might humanize her in his eyes or shift the outcome. Soon after, Sebold reports the crime to the police, who tell her she is lucky. Another young woman her age had recently been murdered in the same park, but the word feels cruelly misplaced. After enduring such profound trauma, she feels anything but lucky. Between her freshman and sophomore years, Sebold returns to her family home in Pennsylvania. There, she encounters victim-blaming attitudes, especially from her father, who implies that she is at fault for being alone in the park at night. In the fall, she returns to Syracuse and continues her studies in creative writing under influential mentors such as Raymond Carver, Tobias Wolff, and especially Tess Gallagher, who becomes a crucial source of support during her healing process. Despite the passage of months, however, the police remain without leads on her attacker. One day, while walking down the sidewalk, Alice unexpectedly spots her attacker. The man, later identified as Gregory Madison, appears to take perverse satisfaction in seeing her. He smirks and tells Alice he recognizes her from somewhere, clearly trying to intimidate and unsettle her. Though deeply shaken, Alice refuses to be cowed. She quickly calls over a nearby police officer who detains Madison. To confuse Alice during the police lineup, Madison brings along a friend who closely resembles him. This tactic causes Alice to mistakenly identify the wrong man, resulting in Madison's temporary release. However, he is later arrested again when police find that his DNA matches a hair recovered from Alice after the attack. Madison is ultimately convicted and sentenced to prison. The following summer, Alice chooses to stay in Syracuse rather than return home to Pennsylvania. Her roommate is a young woman named Lila. One night, Alice returns to find Lila beaten and raped on her bed. Lila reveals that her attacker mentioned Alice's name, prompting police to suspect Madison orchestrated the assault from prison, using an associate to exact revenge. Though Lila understands it isn't Alice's fault, she cannot bring herself to forgive her. Alice manages to graduate from Syracuse, but soon experiences a personal downward spiral. She briefly attends graduate school at the University of Houston before moving to Manhattan, where she struggles to support herself as a writer. Over the next decade, Alice battles heavy alcohol and drug use, including heroin addiction. Eventually, she confronts the reality that her identity is forever marked by trauma and that she has been living with post-traumatic stress disorder. Seeking a healthier environment, Alice leaves Manhattan and settles in California, reflecting that both hell and hope lie in the palm of my hand. Lucky offers an unflinching and powerful exploration of sexual assault and the lasting impact of PTSD. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.